High Threat Innovations, the TraumaPAK, specifically the Ankle TraumaPAK. So before I get started on this review, I want to say that I reached out to the folks at High Threat Innovations and TraumaPAK over Instagram. We chatted a little bit, and they are all awesome folks. They are full-time first responders, and they're doing this on the side. So being in law enforcement, obviously, your tactics, your arrest tactics, your criminal procedure, your law, these are things you're going to know. But what I see more and more is that most law enforcement officers don't know that much about trauma care, the pre-hospital care, and then the resources and the gear you're going to use for a catastrophic injury, such as getting shot or a stab wound or a really bad car accident. So that's one thing that I've personally tried to do over the years, is get more knowledge of the trauma aspect and the pre-hospital care when it comes to a catastrophic injury that you might see while on duty. So I've done a few different classes. One of the main one was the civilian version of the TCCC, the TECC, the Tactical Emergency Combat Care, maybe Casualty Care. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I've done that, and so I feel decently comfortable with some of the tools that are going to be used for some catastrophic trauma. So for the last probably 2 years, I've worn an ankle IFAK, an ankle holster with the IFAK individual first aid kit in it. And when I was getting the initial idea to do this, I spoke to some friends, and what I wanted to do before I got too invested in it is kind of buy a cheap one. So I went and bought a cheap ankle holster for an IFAK on Amazon, this bad boy, and it lasted me about 2 years. I initially sold myself on the idea, okay, this is something that I feel is important and I'm gonna wear. I had some issues with this, and that's when I wanted to kind of seek out and look into a new ankle holster. One of the issues that I was having with this one is the inside is just not that comfortable. This is the part that's going to be up against your sock and your boot, and it just wasn't that comfortable. When I got it wrapped around my boot, I wear Danner police boots or Under Armour police boots, so neither one of those are a really thick boot, so at least on the calf aspect. So when I would get this around, there would be this extra part that was just kind of dangling, and my pants leg would keep getting caught on it, and I'd stand up and my pants leg would be lifted up off the ground. Everybody would be looking at me like I was crazy. So what I had to do is I had to get a knife or a pair of scissors, and I cut it, shortened it up so I wouldn't have any excess. And then so that left this kind of this area, this slit open. So I got some Gorilla Glue, as you can see. I glued it shut, and it worked for, I don't know, a month or so, but as you can tell, it came back open. So another issue that I was having with it is I carry a cat tourniquet. I carry multiple cat tourniquets, but obviously I carry one in the ankle IFAK. And one of the issues I was having with it, so this one has these two open top pouches and then one closed pouch that you can put stuff in. And I would put this cat in one of these open top pouches, and it would not seat all the way. And so when it was doing that, as you can see, it wouldn't seat all the way. So these plastic buckles on each side would not go below the top of these pouches, and then my pants leg would catch on that. So there were a few things like that I wasn't too pleased with. So I started looking for a new ankle holster. So they sent me a High Threat Innovations. They sent me a few different things, and like I said, one of the things was this ankle IFAK holster. And the gear you see in it is my own gear. They do offer a fully loaded or holster-only version on their website, and I got it pulled up right now. And so basically what they offer in it is your choice of a tourniquet. You can either pick from the Soft T or the Cat or the Sam XT. I have quite a few of the soft T's. They fit in there just fine. They actually fit in there a little better than the Cats, but I just prefer the Cat. It also comes with some pressure dressing, some quick clot rolled gauze, and a pair of gloves. You can fit a lot more than that in here, and I'm kind of gonna go over that right now. What I have in mind is one thing that was different on this one than the cheap one from Amazon is it comes with this molly over here. And so I keep a pair of trauma shears in here. And a lot of folks say, why do you carry trauma shears? You have a blade on you, so what's the difference? You're just taking up space. And that's correct. I do carry a blade on me, either a Spyderco or an Emerson or a Benchmade, some high quality, pretty sharp. So when you have someone who's injured, the last thing you want to do is injure them further. So if you're trying to put a TQ on or dress a wound or what have you and assess the patient, it's better that less clothes are on. You're going to cut away the clothes to get to the wound. So in doing that, if you do it with a good pair of trauma scissors or shears, the chances of you hurting them further by cutting them with the trauma shears are less. If you get out your Spyderco and you're cutting a pair of, a pants leg off or something, there's a decent chance you're going to nick the person and cause further injury. So I always carry a pair of trauma shears with me. Now the main compartment on this this TraumaPAK IFAK is this right here, and it's designated by this red tab, which I like. So I carry in here in this main one a mini Sharpie. You can write the time on the TQ or vitals on the skin, what have you. I carry a needle decompression. I carry, this is something that you don't find in a lot of IFAKs, but just based on personal experience, I'm carrying it. It's the chewable baby aspirin for pre-heart attack care. There's a story behind that. I carry an NPA. I carry Celox Z-Fold, the hemostatic gauze. And then I carry a chest seal. So all that is in here, and again, as you can tell, it wasn't that like packed out, so it fits awesome, nice and compact in there. Then I carry my cat tourniquet. Again, you can put the soft tee in there, what have you. And in this last one right here, I carry this Gorilla Glue duct tape. It sticks really well to skin, and even if it's wet or bloody, in case you need to make a makeshift chest seal or what have you. And then I also carry some gloves to your protection, and then if you're going to do a patient assessment, what have you, you're going to have your gloves on you. So that is the TraumaPAK ankle holster. Another thing that's really nice about it is on the inside, it's almost got this like suede feel to it, and the stitching and everything is really nice. I've been really impressed. Like I said, so I wore this. I was going to wait a couple weeks and wear it a lot and then do a review on it, but I wore it for a shift. I wore it for about 9 hours in a pair of, over a pair of Danner boots. And then we have the Blower kind of hybrid between the BDUs and the dress pants. So I wore that for about 9 hours. It was super comfortable. My pants leg didn't get stuck on anything that was packed in the IFAK. And then I wore it for about 2 hours off duty with a pair of Nikes, a pair of socks and a pair of jeans. Super comfortable. I forgot it was there. The other one that I bought from Amazon, I could always kind of feel it was there, especially just wasn't very comfortable on the inside, and the stitching was kind of bad, and it was kind of hard. But the one from Threat Innovations, this thing is really comfortable. It's high quality. So bottom line is, if you're looking for a good quality ankle IFAK, I highly recommend the TraumaPAK by Threat Innovations. Again, you can buy it empty or fully loaded. So the fully loaded is $99.99 depending on what you put in it. And then just the holster only is $29.99. So you're talking about $30 plus shipping for a quality ankle holster. That's a steal. This thing is well worth every bit of $29.99 plus whatever the shipping is. And then if you do the math and you add up the gear you'd individually buy, whether you're going to buy it on North American Rescue or what have you, you add up all the gear that they come with it, that they put in with it, and then this, you're still getting a good deal for $99.99-ish, depending on the gear you put in it. Bottom line, you're looking for a good ankle IFAK holster, this is the way to go.